pratishedartham ekatattva abhasah. Now he says, through continuous practice of concentration upon a single truth, these obstacles and impediments can be removed. So nice. After having given us so much of worry that there are so many problems, he is giving us the medicine. And he said, cure them by focusing your mind on a single truth. This mind, it wants an inch. You provide it an inch, it seeks a mile. You deny the inch, it slowly starts collapsing. That's the nature of the mind. One guy, he was in the attic of his house, he found some crockery and there was a kettle. And he started rubbing the kettle and the jinn of the kettle manifested. The jinn said, now master, you have the kettle, I am at your command. Whatever you ask, I will fulfill. But you don't keep me empty. Otherwise I'll come to kill you. This guy thought, I have got a jinn at my command. Great. He said, Jinn bhai, let me have a wardrobe set of new clothes. The jinn said, yes, master, we'll arrange it. So in a few minutes, the new wardrobe had manifested. Tell me what's the next instruction. He said, let me have a new living room. Constructed it another few minutes. Now what do you want? Get me a new car. All right, that is also done. So slowly he started running out of desires. And the jinn is saying, don't keep me empty or I'll kill you. Make houses for my neighbors. Bring cars for my neighbors. Now neighbors also became all completely decked up with everything and the jinn is coming at his throat now. So he went to a Guruji and said, I am in a terrible fix. This jinn is not leaving me. It says, I'll fulfill your desire but don't keep me empty. Guruji said, so simple. Just tell the jinn to put a stick in the ground. And from the bottom to come up. And when it reaches the top, then to go down. And when it reaches the bottom, to go up. To just keep on doing it like this. When you have some work to do, tell the jinn, come and do this, and again go up, down, up, down. Likewise is this mind of ours. The mind, it can become so obstinate that the writer of the Hindi Ramayana, Tulsidas ji says, through the mouth of Bharat Maharaj, Graha Grihit Puni Batavash Tapuni Bichi Mar Puni Piyaya Varuni Kahiya Kaha Upachar. So he is saying, a monkey is by nature restless. Now, if the monkey has hysteria, how restless will it be? On top of that, if you give it alcohol, what will be the state of the monkey? Now tie a scorpion to its tail and then see what happens. Says Maharaj, my mind is like that restless monkey. Which is a fact. Everybody's mind is like that. Untrained mind. But it can be trained. So how do you train it? First of all, don't consider the mind to be your friend. Mind is saying ki bhai, ab khub chini kha maza aayega. Remember, it is fooling you. Man ko mano shatrus ki sunahu jani kachu pyare. Consider the mind to be your enemy. And you now start denying the mind. The mind says, can I feel little off day today, uninspired? Say, mind, I will not give you that freedom. You have to be inspired. So you start denying the mind First the mind will create a big racket. And then it will say, okay, chalo theek hai, then okay, then chalo theek hai. Then slowly it will start getting subdued. Like Swami Ram Tirth. He was the second Swamiji to come to the US. The first, of course, Swami Vivekananda. So Ram Tirth also, he created an impact, but nowhere near like Swami Vivekananda. Now, he had attachment to apples. His mind would always seek the relish of apples. And he realized it is coming in the way of his meditation. He wants to think of Sham Sundar and Seb Sundar comes in. But being a yogi, he knew the goal is not to pamper the mind, but to deny the mind. So he would take an apple and keep it in his room. Now passing by the mind, its looks along with the senses. We got so much of pleasure from there. The mind tugs at the intellect. Can we eat it? It'll give so much pleasure. So he said, no, Mani Ram, I will not give you that option. So he would walk by the apple again and again, denying the mind. After 6 days, the apple would rot. He would throw it off and put the next apple. And as a consequence, he gained victory over the mind. So this is the hut that you need to do. So Maharshi Patanjali will go in the detail of the dhyan in the subsequent sutras. But here he is just presenting a simple thing. That look, the mind is creating all these defects. Alasya, pramad, nidra, etc., etc. So you train it up. And he is not giving a deep thing here, just simple. Train it on one truth. Just learn to keep your mind focused on one thing. And all these defects, you'll find that they'll start falling away. Why? Because you will grow in self-discipline. You will grow in your ability for focus. So the untrained mind is your worst enemy. Forget about enemies on the outside. The biggest enemy is inside. And the trained mind is your best friend. So we permitted the mind to be our master. And it put us in trouble. Now make it your servant. And it will be your loyal servant. You can demand the mind. I wish to feel gratitude. The mind will say, yes, master. So to do that, you have to start practicing to deny the mind. Whatever the mind says, do the reverse. I read the writing of one saint. He said, every morning when I get up, I beat my mind 100 shoes. Now that is not physically, subtly. He is training his intellect to deny the mind. No. This is what Kripaluji Maharaj said, Manu ko mano shatru, usaki sunahu jani ka chu pyare. Don't listen to it. Slowly, slowly it will surrender. And when it surrenders, it will say, all right, master, you give me the instructions. What time do you wish to wake up? 5 o'clock? 4 o'clock? All right, agreed. We'll do that. So next. This sutra is so interesting, but I don't know how many commentators have actually understood it. Maitri Karunam Uditopekshanam Sukha Dukkha Punya Punya Vishayanam Bhavanatah Chitta Prasadanam. The mind becomes favorably disposed by cultivating friendliness towards those who are happy, compassion for those who are suffering, respect for those who are virtuous, and indifference towards those who are wicked. He is telling you how to behave in this world. Naturally, you wish to protect your mind and don't wish to harbor resentment towards anyone. So you have this love, causeless love. The Greeks called it agape, agape love. So there's erotic love, philios love in relationship, and there is agape love, causeless love. So that is the instruction of all the religious teachers. Keep love in your heart and at least don't keep resentment. So what about the person who is hurting me? How do I behave with that guy? Once Naradji came to a neighborhood and there was a notorious snake out there. So its reputation was that if ever it found anybody nearby, it would come to bite. And the children, being aware of it, would run far from the snake. And Naradji came by. The snake came to bite Narad. And Narad was still calm and peaceful. The snake became impressed. I could not disturb the peace of the saint. So he said, what is your secret? Narad taught the snake bhakti. You do Radhe Shyam with every breath. The snake obeyed and it started bhakti. Now it started following the path of peace. Slowly the news spread. And the neighborhood children realized the snake doesn't bite. It has now adopted the path of ahimsa. The children now would not leave the snake. Whenever they sighted it, they would come to beat it and hit it with sticks and stones. A year later, Narad happened to be passing by to see how his disciple is doing. And when he reached there, he saw that the snake is bandaged here and has got a plaster cast there. He said, Beta, what happened to you? The snake said, Guruji, you taught me bhakti. And this world doesn't leave me. So, you do bhakti, you keep good sentiments to everyone, but how do you protect yourself from people who are out there to cheat you? You need to be a little practical, right? There is one Paramahans and there is one Hans. A Paramahans is one who does not even perceive Maya. He only perceives God. Sarva bhuteshu yah pashyed bhagavat bhavamatmanah bhutani bhagavatyatman yesha bhagavatottama. So the Bhagavatottam only sees God. Bhagavan is here, 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 here. Now in that case, Yog Maya takes over and protects that person. But then, below the Paramahans is the Hans. Now the Paramahans cannot even preach because he's seeing God everywhere. How can they preach? Then below that is the Hans, like the swan. In front of the swan, you place milk and water mixed up. So what does the swan do? It drinks the milk and leaves the water. How does the swan do that? I don't know, ask the swan, but it does it. So likewise is the Hans. The Hans sees the world of Maya and sees God sitting in this world and grasps God and leaves the Maya. So protects the sadhana, which means in this person also Sri Krishna sitting, sees the person and sees Sri Krishna sitting in the person. Now that Hans is able to practically operate in the world. So Hans will see, okay, I have to take care of myself, nobody should cheat me. Naradji is saying how to behave. Sorry, Maharishi Patanjali. He says, look, I am giving you 5 categories of people. Those who are happy, those who are unhappy, those who are virtuous, those who are wicked. So he is giving us Sukhi, Dukhi, Punya, those who have done great good deeds, and Apunya, those who have done sins. And the fifth category is the wicked. So how to behave with each category, he says. Those who are happy, with them, he says, befriend them. So in their association, you will also become joyous. See, faith is as infective as Ebola virus. If you associate with somebody who has faith, you also catch the faith. And if you associate with a saint, then ek ghadi adi ghadi. One ghadi is enough. The saint will infect you with that faith. So he says, do maitri with those who are happy. And those who are unhappy, be compassionate to them. Try and help them. And those who are punya, the people who are holy, take inspiration from them. Those who are engaged in apunya, sin, you teach and educate them. And those who are wicked, be neutral to them. Don't start fighting with them. Why are you such a cheater? Because if you harbor such emotions, your own mind will get polluted. Take inspiration from Saint Kabir. He says, Kabira khada bazar mein, sab ki mange khair, na kahu so dosti, na kahu so vair. When you walk in the marketplace, all kinds of shops come. There is the meat shop, there is the sweet shop, the cloth shop. Which item do you want? You go to that shop. So the customer keeps on walking and looking. Now he doesn't say, I wanted sweets, why do you have a meat shop on the way? Anyway, they're customers for meat as well. Nor does he say, acha chalo, if not sweets, then let me have meat today. Likewise, this world has got all kinds of shops. You leave it in God's hands. You learn the art of where to be neutral, where to be kind, where to make friendship, where to take self-defensive action as per the sutra which he has given. So, let us take one more sutra for today. Prachardana Vidharanabhyam Va pranasya. Translation: the mind is also calmed by regulating the breath, particularly attending to the exhalation and the natural stilling that comes from such practice. From here onwards, he is going to go deep into meditation. And he is now saying, giving you one option. Earlier it said you can meditate on Om. Then he said meditate on a single truth. Now he is saying that you can also use your breath for meditation. Particularly the exhalation. Because there's a natural stilling that comes. So there is a connection between the breath and the mind. If your mind is feeling agitated, what do? Let us say you have to go for a job interview and there are butterflies in your stomach and the mind is doing gymnastics. So what do? Just take deep breaths. And you'll find that your mind has calmed down so much. And the reverse is also true. When your breath is agitated, the mind is also agitated. So this connection is there. So Maharishi Patanjali is utilizing this connection. Now the yogis who are into Ashtanga Yoga, Maharshi Patanjali is giving us Yog Mishra Bhakti. He's not giving us pure Bhakti. Yog Mishra Bhakti. So the yogis who are into yoga, they use the breath to regulate the mind, just slow down the breathing. In particular, now pranayam has got three parts to it. One is the purak when you're breathing in. One is the rechak when you're breathing out. And one is the kumbhak when you're holding your breath. So there is antar kumbhak when you're holding the breath inside. And there's bahya kumbhak when you are holding the breath outside, means you exhale and you're holding the breath. And there is a kevala kumbhak. So what is the kevala kumbhak? So when you breathe in and then you're breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, and at one point you just suspend the breath. That moment for the Ashtanga yogis is very important because there's a complete stilling of the mind. Maharshi Patanjali is giving us one option. Now you will see he is going to give us many more options to meditate. And he will take us on a journey. He first told us sampragyat samadhi and asampragyat samadhi. He is then now going to tell us savitark samapatti and nirvitark samapatti. So he is going to take us all the way to Nirodh, Chitta Vritti Nirodh.